everyone, Officer Brick here. Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at my newest MOC. This is a transit bus, and it's new for my city. It's meant to be an electric style transit bus, and sort of see there up on the left side, kind of got the charging station just sort of next to the bus. So I mean, when the bus pulls up to a stop and it's out of service, it can just sort of hook up to the charging station, and I'll just sort of show you that here real quick. Just sort of the orange base I just sort of put there temporarily, because what would happen is it would just sort of be placed on a road plate, and then when the bus pulls up, it just sort of comes down and it attaches onto the bus and starts charging it. But I'll show you this in a second here. We'll just sort of focus on the bus itself right now. And it's a good sized bus, as you can see. Obviously it's not a mini bus or a mid-sized bus. It's definitely a full-size bus, and sort of tried to model it after Nova bus. You can sort of see here the front end of the bus. Tried to keep that rounded in the front as much as possible, and then you've got your front mirror, and the doors are functional. Little on the delicate side, but they're functional. And then as we come around to the back of the bus here, you can just sort of see you got your just got a small window in the back. Some buses, they have that. And then as we come around side here, just tons of windows to see in. It's I'm pretty happy with how it turned out overall. It's got the right shape. Now, like I said, this was inspired by a Nova bus, but it's not meant to be one. It just takes some inspiration from it a little bit, and particularly the electric Nova buses. We'll go ahead and take a look at how the doors kind of work here. I'm just going to pop off the top, and I'll sort of show you how that all top just sort of pops up like so. And the front door, as much as I wanted the doors to just sort of open like this, the whole door actually opens up. I'll just sort of open that up here. It just slowly opens up, and there we go. Now your passengers can get on. I would have liked to have had both doors open up side to side, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do that. And then for the back doors, a little bit on the fragile side, but you know, they are functional as well. You just sort of come out and to the side, kind of like a real bus in a way. And it took a while to figure out how to do that, but I managed to do it, and it's okay. It's okay, because I mean, it works. You know, it's you can just sort of see here. It opens side to side. Passengers can come in and out. Not a big deal. Same thing in the front there. Not a big deal. To just sort of show you, maybe quickly take a look inside here. You just sort of see the parts that were used here. Just a couple of bars and the mechanical arms. That's essentially what's used to get these doors to open up. And it was difficult to do. It was difficult to get it to look that way. But you know, in the end, it's functional. A bit on the delicate side, but functional. All right, we'll take a look inside this bus, see what's going on. All right, so we'll just take a look inside here. You can sort of you just sort of see there, we got some seating in the back of the bus. So yeah, you would sort of come in from the doors there, take a couple of steps up to the upper platform, and yeah, you got a couple of seats just there. So a couple of seats on the upper platform, and then just on the side here, I just made one large bench. Just made things a little bit easier. Then you can see here on the side, just got a little bit of room to stand a couple of passengers. And then in the front, we've got the bus driver, the driver compartment. Just try to maybe pop this off here. Just maybe open the door. You might see a little bit better. There, you can sort of see the driver's compartment. Yeah, got a little divider there, and you got the steering wheel. And then as you come in, you know, swipe your bus pass or pay your fee. Just yeah, you know, just standard for what a driver's compartment should be. But yeah, overall, pretty happy with how the interior looks. Not a lot of seats, but there's enough. I mean, I still have my other mid-size bus that's in my city, and I've also got the tram. So I mean, in terms of public transport, I do have enough public transport in my city, so not a problem there. So that basically wraps it up for this bus. Just a quick look. There's not a ton of action features on here. It's made, like most of my MOCs, made for display, but I mean, it's still functional, you know. Like the doors on the side open. I might add a couple of stickers, just you know, sometimes you see buses, they have advertisements on them. So that's really the only other thing I'm gonna do. And that's the only other thing I didn't really mention was, yeah, just the mirrors. You know, you've got that one mirror that sort of comes out a little bit on the side, and yeah, I used some of these little rounded slope pieces to make the mirrors, and yeah, they look pretty good. So I mean, all in all, I'm quite happy with how this bus turned out. It's going to be another fine addition to my city, and yes, once again, I have used the newer style wheels to make it. Yeah, just looks pretty good. Yeah, the only other thing was I had mentioned you have this charging station, which I've seen for these Nova buses, and yeah, that's it. Kind of that's all it really looks like. It's just sort of, you know, you kind of just sort of, it's sort of placed on the side of the road, and when your bus pulls up, it just comes down, touches the part of the roof, and starts the charging process. And yeah, no, that's good. You know, electric vehicles are starting to become pretty popular. Makes sense for public transit, especially. Yeah, just added a little warning sticker up there. You know, don't get electrified. Don't get shocked if you manage to make it up there as a minifigure. But yeah, no, I'm happy with this. Looks pretty good. It's something that was a bit of a challenge to build, but in the end of the day, it turned out, and I mean, yeah, no, it turned out. It's got the look that I wanted, and of course, with my city for my public services like transit, I do incorporate orange, so you know, it's got the orange on there, and I'm really happy with how the front of the bus came out, especially with just rounding it in. That really gave it a pretty cool look. Anyways, I think we're gonna just wrap it up here. So thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed having a look at this bus. Hope maybe it inspires you to make your own bus. Hey, let me know in the comments. Do you like this? Would you consider making something similar? Are you not a fan of electric vehicles? Either way, that's okay. And I like to hear from you one way or the other. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you again when I can.